Hey everyone, Julio Rodriguez here for Card Player TV and another edition of Strategy, and I'm joined by Ashton Griffin, better known as the Ashman online. How you doing, Ashton?
Good, good. How are you?
Now, Ashton, a lot of people are making the transition from No Limit Hold'em to Pot Limit Omaha. What kind of tips do you have for beginning players?
Um, my first tip would be to, when you're in position, to just check back, like medium strength hands, like middle pair and a gut shot, and then bet like all your air, like the majority of your air, and bet your really good hands. Um, when you see people doing that versus you, and you're out of position, you have to start betting flops into the pre-flop raiser, and know when to bet fold. The At the low stakes, you're going to need to bet fold a lot. Like people get their money in really tight at the lower stakes. So maybe like when you have aces and the board is queen 9-2, and you need to just bet and then fold to a check raise. And if you get called, bet the majority of turns and just give up on the river. Uh, I think you should be giving credit to people when the flush card comes or the straight card comes until you have a solid read otherwise.
Now, I got to ask you about bet sizing because a lot of people get married to the pot size bet. Do you think this is a good strategy for low stakes players?
I think that versus a tight and predictable player, I think betting full pot and folding to a raise is completely fine. Um, in PLO, they're going to have they only need 33% to call if you bet the full pot. So if you can make them fold a hand that has 33%, then you've done your job. And um, putting the maximum pressure on a marginal hand could be the best option.
Now, what would you ultimately recommend for someone who's just dying to learn the game? Are there any books, anything you read, or just solid played through until you learn it?
I would play really small stakes and like set a bankroll aside. Maybe like if you had $10,000 to your name and you wanted to give a PLO a shot, I'd put like $1,000 away and play 25-cent, 50-cent PLO, where you play 500 hands at a time, and you go over the hands, you go over the equity, you go over the percentages, and get a coach or get people who are experienced in the game over and talk to them over AIM, and be like, what do you think about this hand? What do you think about that hand? When I was first learning limit, I would talk to Justin Smith, and I would ask him every day. I would also ask another limit specialist. I would ask him every day and just send hands to him. Find someone like that and just absorb everything.
Oh, that's great advice. I'd like to thank you for being on another edition of Strategy, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching Card Player TV.